Hello, welcome to Miemie's Keepsakes. I'm Arnell. We are back with the 100-day project and we are on day 29. And today we are making double envelope pockets. And Tina said this, she saw these on Crafty Cat USA. So these are two envelopes glued together, and then you have a pocket here and a pocket here, and it's nice big deep pockets, so you can add a lot of extra writing space there or ephemera. I did adjust mine a little bit from what Tina did because I did feel like I wanted to have more writing space, and so originally I think with Crafty Cat she did it this way, so the this side of the envelope was in the front and then the printed paper was in the back. So then you just have the pockets and no writing space, but I thought this would give you extra writing space, and Tina did some of hers this way as well. This will give you extra writing space and less bulk because you don't have to add papers to both sides of the envelope. Don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I decided to do. So we are going to make it a little bit different than what Tina did. So we have, what you need is envelopes. I coffee dyed mine. I didn't coffee dye the flaps because the flaps will be hidden, but you can definitely, if you already have ones with flaps coffee dyed, that's obviously not a problem. And then I did print mine. I don't have big enough scraps anymore. It's becoming a problem to not have scraps. Anyway, I printed mine on it's a little bit thicker paper. It's more like, I think it's a 30 or 32 pound paper, so it's thicker than regular coffee paper, but it's still just paper. It's not cardstock. I don't think you need cardstock because you are gluing it onto the envelope, and so that part of the envelope, I think, and this is glued on there, it's strong enough to handle the pocket. I don't know, that's how I feel. You can always add some notches in here as well, but again, I feel that kind of takes away from writing space. Anyway, options, options, options. So that's what you'll need. You'll need glue, scissors, and then of course something to decorate. So it's not even like you need a lot of things for this project. Excuse me, I'm sorry, my voice obviously is, I'm not back to normal yet, so still fighting off a cold. This cold seems to want to persist. So what I'm gonna do, and this is what Tina didn't do, Tina just, and Amy from Crafty Cat, I was just thinking. So because I coffee dyed my envelopes, I need to re-glue them. I thought I did all of them, but I obviously missed this one. So what Tina and Amy from Crafty Cat did is they glued these two in together, and then the outside flap is glued on there as well. And you can do that, because I'm folding mine to the inside. It does give a nice look as well, and then you can see it's an envelope, but I am going to cut one envelope flap. One of the flaps I'm gonna get rid of, and then you just get, then this envelope flap will be glued in this way. So make sure that the outsides show upwards. If that makes sense. Because then you get both sides just plain on the inside. Okay, and then I am just going to glue with glue stick. And I think the most difficult part of this is to get the flap into the other envelope. And I mean, even that is not very hard to do. So there is your pocket. Okay, and this way, if you fold it, the solid parts of the pocket on the inside, you have lots of writing space there. And then to form your pocket, we'll need some printed paper, and I am going to cut it this way. And let's just fold it over so I know where to cut, because I'm allergic to measuring. But please, if you like to measure, please measure. I don't know, and I'm sure it's not that bad, but I just don't like to measure. Okay, and then I have small scraps again. I do still have a lot of small scraps. It's more like the bigger pieces of scraps that I've used up with all these projects, which is a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. You can just glue it on like this and then fold it over for sure. But I'm going to cut this in half. I just feel that it doesn't need to be strengthened at all, and just to minimize bulk again, because I do find in my personal journals that I'm writing in that the bulk do become a problem. It's nice to have a decorated journal, but after a while when you're writing in your journal, all those decorations do kind of get in the way. Let's glue this onto the envelope and create the pockets. I'm going to use some of my glue stick, but Tina used wet glue, so use whatever glue works for you. So I'm just gonna add some glue stick on here. Seems like my glue stick is on its last leg, so let's see how far we get with the glue stick. And then all you do is oh, not there, there and there, like on the V there of your envelope. And then on this paper that you want to glue onto the front, you simply go in and do all 4 edges, and then glue that on there, and make sure that it kind of goes all the way there to the end. That part we're gonna cut open, so if it doesn't come all the way to this end, it's okay, but you do want to close that flap part. You want to close up for your pocket. Okay, so let's do it again on this side. We're just adding glue on the inside, not there, just in the V. Okay, my glue stick really wants to give up. Okay, and then put some glue on the V, so it would close shut there. Excuse me. And then this one, let me just see, it's upside. Yeah, upside, yes. You just glue the edge 4 edges. Okay, and again, just make sure you can glue one piece and then it will cover that spine as well. You can do that too if that's easier for you. I just feel this kind of makes the bulk less. I'm kind of paranoid about bulk. Okay, so it's all glued. I'm just gonna clean that edge up a little bit, and maybe this one too. And then you simply cut this pocket open And there is your double envelope pocket, and it's done. Easy as that. Okay. And then you're ready to decorate. I'm going to leave mine inside. You can add pockets obviously on the inside. You can play around with it and adapt it. You can put pockets on the outside. I think how I will use these would be, you can possibly put them over a page, but remember, then maybe make the pockets on the top and not the side if you want to put them over a page and just paper clip them on, because both sides will be pretty. If you don't decorate the back, you can obviously glue it into your book as a pocket or a tuck again. I'm probably going to just tuck this into a pocket. I don't think I'll glue it on, but of course if you do not add anything, but then you would lose one pocket. So yeah, play around with it and find something that will work for you. So let's start mass making. That one can dry. I'm gonna cut the flaps off first. So that one, the flap needs to go off, that one needs to stay, and those will be partners. And what I did to make it easy, just because we're mass making, I decided to take the same size envelope, but you can use any size envelope. I think like the window envelopes, the junk mail envelopes, they'll be beautiful with this. Junk mail envelopes, I love the look, but I find that it's a lot of work, so that's kind of a TV project, if you ask me. Something you can do in front of the TV that's mindless, and you can simply glue. It's something I should do because I have so many small pieces of scraps. I've been using all my big pieces of scraps and not the small pieces of scraps. Let me just see if this glue stick, oh, there's another glue stick. I thought I had more. Oh, okay. And oh, this one's done too. Let's see how far we get. I'll go grab more glue stick. Again, I will just talk quickly about the giveaway that I'll have at the 50th episode of my 100-day project. I decided, and I talked about this yesterday as well, if you didn't watch, to put some names in a draw, people that have already commented quite a bit, and I'll go back each day and pick other people as well that already commented a couple of times and add your name to the draw, and I'll mention it on the videos. Let me just see, this is the fiddly part of all of this. So today's, and then sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once, and yes, I'm doing it wrong. So today, we'll leave that one to dry. Today, the names that I've drawn today from all the a couple of previous videos are, we're on 29. Laura, Christina from Christina's Creations. Thank you, Christina. You comment almost every day. Thank you very much for your support. Go over to Christina's channel. She's trying to get 500 subscribers, so go support her. So it's Laura, Christina from Christina's Creations. I'll put her link to her channel in my description box, and then Betty. So I will enter you guys in the draw. The giveaway prize will be an envelope filled with some ephemera that I made during the 100-day project. Well, I don't know how much. I'll have to see how much I can get into an envelope, and I will ship it anywhere. So just leave a comment on a couple of videos because the names that I've picked so far, they have all been commenting almost every day. So thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. It's nice to know somebody's watching and take the time to comment. And then I will do another giveaway at the 100th episode. And you can be entered into both giveaways, so don't stop commenting. It's if you won for the first time or your name was in the first draw, we'll add you again to the second draw if you keep commenting. Because commenting do help all the YouTube channels. I know sometimes you don't know what to say, but even if you just say, hello, I liked what you did, it's just, somebody's watching, and it just gives you some validation again. Where is this one that I glued on the wrong side? Let's try again. Yeah, I have not been up to anything. Honestly, I think the last time I left my house was on Friday. I had to go to the hospital on Friday. And that was the last time I left my house. And before that, probably only for appointments that was really necessary. But yes, I have been home mostly, so I can't even say that I have anything to share with you because I honestly don't. Okay, excuse me. Still fighting off a cold. So there's our booklets. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just do 6 and see how far we get. So I'm going to use my cutter for this. I just think it would be faster than trying to do it with the scissors. So my envelopes are almost 5 1/4, a little short of 5 1/4. So we'll cut these down to 5 1/4 or almost. Which side do I want? Maybe I'll do this side. Okay. Excuse me. The rest I can cut down with I think I'm gonna do this one, just cut that little. I'm just thinking how it would look on the front of my envelope if I seem a little indecisive. There. The rest I can cut with the scissors. I think that would be fine. Okay. We have 6 envelopes. I have this as well. I think this will be big enough. Let's see. It should be, yes. That's a little scrap I can use. Okay, because seems like I suddenly don't have enough papers here. Anyway, then we don't have to do all of them. We'll do, just again thinking how my design will lie, and maybe I'll cut some of this off on the bottom. And these papers are so pretty, I almost feel like I don't want to cut them smaller. Okay, so then this size is 4, almost a half. Going to cut that piece off again. Go in that way, 4 1/2. And just double check, because that's what I don't like about measuring. It's never right if I'm doing it. Anyway, 4.5. I can cut the excess off with my scissors. I quickly went and picked up more glue stick, as well as I've cut these out just because I wanted to figure out how I want them to sit on the envelopes, and it was just a little hard trying to talk and figure that out. So here, now we'll start gluing. And again, I'm simply going to glue the inside of the envelope and then around the V, and then just the edges of my decorative paper. And Tina said, I think I already mentioned this, Tina said she saw this from Amy on Crafty Cat. And just line it up and make sure that especially this bottom part of your pocket is closed, because that's the edge of your pocket. And maybe I will do a couple where we'll do the top, make a top loading pocket instead of a side loading pocket, because then I can flip it over a page, because both sides are pretty. Don't want to waste these papers. And of course I will have to double check and see that my pockets don't glue shut, because that would be easy if that seeps out. We'll double check that in a minute. Let's just finish gluing. Okay, and there's your pocket done. We'll just keep gluing, and then maybe I'll just tidy it up and open up the pocket, because I want to make sure they don't glue shut. And let's do this one, a top loading pocket. So we'll open up this part and that. Let's clean this up. So then we have a top loading pocket, and I'm just going to, let's put the bone folder in there just to make sure I didn't glue it shut. And that's the only reason I am, but I think it should be fine. And then you'll see sometimes this flap, just make sure that it glues shut, and maybe, yeah. Let's keep gluing. So we're going to flip it over, and then I think this glue stick is done. We'll use the new one. And use whatever glue you like. So I want this one. This is the front of my, no, this is the back. So I want this one on the back. Okay. And yes, I am probably making this way more complicated than it should be. It should be fairly easy to do this, but I just wanted to figure out where my printables would land on my envelope, because if I have pretty images on the front and back, means I have less decorating to do. And I will do the V as well, and then the edges. So yeah, I walked through my garden And I still don't have any bulbs blooming. No, my friends in town said their bulbs are blooming. Thank you, Camille, for the photos of sharing your flowers with me, because not even my daffodils are blooming. I walked through my garden and it's the leaves haven't even come out, so I'm thinking it must be colder. I live a little higher up, so I'm thinking it must be colder up here than down in town. That's all I can think, because really, and by now usually the daffodils would have bloomed. um, what am I doing here? These two. So I want this one on the front. This is the front pocket. Whoops. And then the other thing is to make sure that you do not, oh, I need to glue the envelope again, that you do not put the back upside down. That's possible. That's something I would do. But I mean, you just decorate up over it, I suppose. It's not that big a deal. If you add enough things on top of it, you won't notice that it's upside down. Okay, so I want to do this one here. Should go this way. Yeah. Okay. Not a very straight line of glue there, but again, I'm not going to stress about it. Okay. This one feels very wobbly. I don't know why. Okie dokie. And then this one. Because I coffee dyed my envelopes, they are a little wonky because the paper stretches when you coffee dye. That's okay too. It's a junk journal. It should look junky and grungy. I coffee dyed it because I wanted it to look grungy and old and browned. So if it's not totally straight anymore, that's okay too. Lots of glue. And what I did when I decorated mine, I added a piece of lace on the spine just to make it look pretty. That's something else you can consider doing. Okay, we have two more. Okay, but I'll just finish this one. You get the idea. And then we can head over and decorate some of them. That's the front of my envelope. Okay, sorry, I had to cough, so I decided to just finish gluing. So I already cut this one a top-loaded pocket. This one is a top-loading one, so this one we still need to cut open. And I'm wondering if I should make all of them top-loading, because then I have the option of putting them over the page, like an over the page, and just paper clip it over the page. I'm thinking that might be a better way of using these, because then I can decorate both sides and see both sides. Okay, this one I'll do top loading as well. And these pages are so pretty. I honestly, that's why I was totally thinking or overthinking where I want what, because I didn't want to spend, I mean, if you can use the printed papers, you don't have to spend hours decorating because you already have this beautiful design. So let's see if we can, I just want to close my glue before I forget again. And I'm thinking this one I'm going to maybe just add a label. Let me see if I have. No, that is just too small. That is too big. Isn't that how it goes? This is blue. I don't think I want blue on there. Okay, maybe I'll just stick with that label. And I have this little pink flower, but it's not the right pink. Okay, so that is a no. And let me see what I have here. I have this from a shirt that I cut up, and I'm thinking if I cut this a little neater, maybe I'll just do like a small little ruffle there. Okay, so we'll add the label there and then just have a little ruffle on here. That's what I'm thinking. And I mean, for this side, and I'm going to get my glue gun out for this ruffle again. And again, this is something I saw on Shabby Dabby Doodah. If you watch her channel a lot, she does this a lot. I just like how kind of messy the ruffle looks. I don't think I need more than that. And it's fast and easy and it's glued on. So let's look on the back. What shall we do on the back? And because I'm going to put them over the page or even have them tucked in a pocket, I don't think the back and the front necessarily have to look exactly the same. These just, well, they go together. Let's see, this is a little thing from Tina on Shabby Dabby Doodah. And do we want more stickers, or what shall we add here? I have this really teeny tiny piece of cheesecloth sitting here, and it's the right color. Let's just throw that on there for a little bit of texture. And I just need something. I don't know exactly what. Thinking my go-to postage stamp. Why not? There's already a postage there. I'm thinking if I have something there that looks cute. And do we need more? I these? Oh, and these are roses. Those are more like apple blossoms or something. Anyway, let's just glue this down. I think it's in. Oops, sorry. I think it's enough. Let's not overthink this. And I'm going to glue. I think I'm going to just ink the edge of this. Just so the label just stands out a little bit more. And I'm going to glue it on with fabric tags just because it has to sit on top of that cheesecloth. It would help to glue the cheesecloth down as well. Pull this cheesecloth this way a little bit. And then the stamp. I have this vintage stamp sitting here. Let's just, I don't know, I cleaned up a while ago and now I can't find my stamp that I had on here for, this one doesn't really stamp, but it is vintage. Okay, so let's see. Then you will open it this way and it has pockets on the top. Let's just glue that down. Just make sure that your pocket is totally glued down on the top. And on the inside you do not have to do anything, but let's add maybe just a label and another postage stamp. And what else do we have here? I'm just looking what's sitting on my desk. I have some butterflies here. Let's see if we have kind of that peachy orangey butterfly that's on the front, just to repeat that color on the front. That might be work as well. Those are options. So let's see. And it doesn't necessarily have to go with the front. I think those are too brown, but just to give it some continuity. Okay, there is just a little bit of a collage here, and let's just add a snippet of lace, but I want it torn. I unfortunately do not have any more cheesecloth. That would have been nice. So I'm just kind of tearing it a little bit with my scissors, the lace, and I'm going to glue it on with fabric tack everything again. And the butterfly. Okay, and so there we have decorated one. Because I'm gonna do them over the page, I have a little bit more decorating, but I mean not a lot. It can go very fast. And I think what I want to do for this one is just give it a gold edge. Just a little bit extra here. And I'll do both sides. And it's Prima gold wax, this one. I think vintage gold. Yeah, and when you're done putting the wax on with your fingers, you definitely need to go wash your hands. It is, I like using my fingers for putting it on, but it definitely is messy. And again, you can, if you want to make sure they know that it's a pocket, you can definitely add a notch in there. I'm not going to, and I'm not going to go the put wax in the middle there, because then you can write all the way through. Anyway, and that's it. So we have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double envelope pockets, and it's from Shabby Dabby Doodah, and it was originally inspired by Amy from Crafty Cat. I will link Tina's videos from Shabby Dabby Doodah, and then I will try to find the video from Amy. I'm no promises, because I don't know how old it is. And so thank you for watching. If you have not yet, please subscribe, leave a message, then you might be considered for the draw by episode 50 of my 100-day project. Thank you for watching, and thank you for everybody who has been commenting almost every day. I really appreciate your support, and I will see you again tomorrow for another episode. Thank you. Bye.